Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your man, the Authority, back with you once again on your screens and in your faces with another banger video. As always, guys, before we start, please make sure if you guys like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that post notification bell so that way you know when new content's up on my channel. And make sure that if you guys watch this entire thing from beginning to end, as always, please make sure to leave that comment hashtag to the end in my comment section. Those that do will receive a shout out on my Twitter, so long as it's in within the first 24 hours of the video being out. So what is today's video, you guys? Well, as you guys know, the last couple of videos I've been doing on this channel have been a lot of reaction videos to new Destiny 2 content featuring Beyond Light. This is not a exception of that. This is the new Bungie ViDoc, Forged in Storm. This is the ViDocs are usually the big ones, the big reveals. It's going to tell us the whole stories about the missions and everything. So with this being Beyond Lights, I'm extremely excited. Obviously, this one's pretty long, being about almost 15 minutes. This is the longest one that Bungie's done since the Beyond Light live stream trailer that they did back at the beginning of season of Arrival. So I'm really excited about this one. Again, since this one is pretty long, we're just gonna react. I'm just gonna react along the way rather than go back and analyze everything. So that way it's a little bit easier, and you know the video will be nice and short for you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into the video.
Beyond Light kicks off the next trilogy of stories that we're trying to tell with Destiny.
Yeah. Oh.
Players are going to go on a journey to discover the true nature of light and dark.
Right. God, Europa looks beautiful.
Learning more about the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Than in fact going so far as to wield it.
Yeah.
It's about leaving comfort and safety behind, walking a different road than one that you may have believed you were destined for.
Okay.
What makes something bad? What makes darkness dark?
Mm-hmm.
Who's right? Who wasn't?
Hmm.
How are those?
Now, I wanted to go back for a second, guys. If you kind of notice,
who's right?
When Eris touched the statue, that's the clip from the ending of I believe that's the clip from the end of the Shadowkeep story mission. That kind of looks like the first time we actually kind of get a brief glimpse of stasis, which is interesting. The fact that they even hinted it back way then.
Who wasn't?
Aldrin again?
How are those learnings going to change the characters that you have gotten to know over the last 6 years?
True. Whoa. Oh, this is new. So it looks like stasis isn't just gonna affect us, it's gonna affect like the Drifter and Ranger and everything. What the heck?
Beyond Light's really the beginning of a new adventure. Guardians for the longest time have been bathed in the light, sort of this altruistic force fighting back evil, and now we're starting to move into that gray area between the light and dark.
If the darkness reaches out, we must reach back.
I will not.
Yeah, true.
This.
In Season of Arrivals, the Vanguard is divided. You have some characters telling you, you know, we should fight these ships, and we have other characters who are saying, no, we should find out what they want. We should get to know them and understand more.
Yeah, that is true.
It definitely comes to a head.
This next year in Destiny is really just about how all the different characters and factions are reacting to these disappeared destinations and what that means as the pyramids have arrived in our system.
Whoa, wait a minute, hold on. Go back a second. Okay, so looks like Spider looks like the Drifter. So it looks like Spider is gonna be talking with the Drifter a little bit, which that's very interesting considering that I believe there's some kind of connection between the two. So I don't know if this has already been a scene or if this is supposed to be our character here on the left, but that looks like the Drifter's kind of attire that he was wearing in the trailer. So I could be wrong. Let me know what you guys think, if that's the Drifter or not, because it's interesting.
Destinations and what that means.
Okay, now this is also interesting. So obviously we have Zavala and looks like Osiris behind him, with two Cabal Centurions, I believe, looking over a pyramid ship diagram. What the heck am I looking at here? Like this does not look good. This looks really, really odd for me, guys. I'm not gonna lie. This is strange.
As the pyramids have arrived in our system, not for the first time.
Almost makes me feel uncomfortable to see the Cisavala with the Cabal.
Has been absent for a pretty long time in this.
Wait,
Boy, does
oh
she
my
have a lot to
god.
say, and she has
Is she?
of time to explain.
Yeah.
You'll know more.
She has shown up to encourage us to take on the darkness, and the only way to truly stop it is to work with it.
And here comes our guardian. Right on time.
Okay, seriously. Now I'm wondering, could these three, Eris, the Drifter, and the Exo Stranger, could they actually be like working? Like, I know they've been saying, oh, there's some that say that we should use the darkness, others that saying that we shouldn't use the darkness. But are like these three gonna be like are they actually gonna be like turning against the Vanguard all together? Like, are we gonna have like two sides of a war or something? Oh man, I'm afraid to admit that. I'm afraid to say that because it's like, you know, Eris's story arc is, her character arc is understanding and knowing how to defeat the darkness. But now that she's being lured by stasis, has she been corrupted? Is my question. I mean, the Drifter's always kind of not believed in the Vanguard and everything because of him being part of the old war. And the Exo Stranger, we've never really known that much about the Exo Stranger because, again, we haven't seen her in 6 years since the fall of the Black Garden. I mean, there's a bunch of lore about her, but there's, besides that, not that much. And I still want to know what this little thing is. What the heck is this little guy right here next to her? Comment if you guys know, because I would love to know what this thing is. I know it's not a ghost. I've heard that very clearly it's not a ghost. But could someone explain to me what it is?
And here comes our guardian. Right on time.
The way that she says that is not very comforting to me.
Why did the darkness invite us here?
Oh, that's a good question.
Europa is literally,
Even though I know the answer. Ooh.
Europa is huge.
Killer destination, freezing cold.
Desolate.
Some of the most beautiful spaces I've ever seen in a video game.
That's gonna be cool. Literally and figuratively.
On Europa during the Golden Age, and a lot of that was built underground.
Clovis Bray had some research facilities there, really pushing the limits of technology and innovation there. Maybe
Right, the birth of the Exos.
we shouldn't have.
Under the ice, all kinds of secrets.
I'm so excited for what players are going to find.
Oh, that little tease right there. That little tease. Oh, you know, there's so many secrets underneath the ice. It's like on the ice is good enough, but underneath, that's where all the secrets are gonna lie. Oh, that little tease. I love that. The new raid, obviously, with that 6-person.
The storm on Europa was actually something we've wanted to do for a long time.
Okay.
We wanted it to feel harsh.
The weather system is so awesome. Like, you're walking through an open space and all of a sudden things start happening.
Coming across like Fallen or Vex for the first time, you can barely make out the glow in their eyes.
Oh, holy
The
shit.
sound of the wind, the ice will change based on what the weather is looking like. You'll actually feel every piece of the environment change.
Okay, that's actually kind of cool. So I did hear something about that, how like the storm is going to change at random times. Like, it actually is going to make it feel like an actual open world kind of thing. I mean, that's kind of cool. I like that.
Forward base. She has lieutenants who have gotten their hands on stasis, gotten their hands on the darkness, and they're learning to wield it.
One by
Yeah.
we will rise again.
And so I think her motivations are really interesting too.
Today, we begin breaking free from our chains.
A little bit more of the story clip from the last video.
Whoa. Ways that we think about
Whoa.
light and darkness. She's gonna make you.
Okay. First of all, I'm surprised that she destroyed that servitor. I thought at first that servitor was actually, like, if you guys look, I thought it actually was like some kind of new enemy type with it being all frozen like that. I thought it was just absorbing the power of stasis. I did not realize it's like, oh, you know, no, I'm just gonna destroy this thing. But for her to destroy a servitor, that's actually pretty both impressive and, I mean, obviously it's a show of power that what stasis can do to their servitors. But I mean, it would be interesting to see how if stasis can actually enhance servitors, if we're gonna come across like stasis infused servitors, because servitors, in my opinion, are one of the most tricky, tricky enemy types for the Fallen, because it's like they only have that one crit spot of the eye, and they're just a pain, especially with their energy shielding giving abilities to their Fallen. So it'd be interesting to see not only if we are going to see Fallen or stasis based servitors, but what if we do, what kind of enhanced upgrades could we be seeing from them?
Challenges a lot of the ways that we think about light and darkness. She's gonna make you think about your relationship with the Traveler.
Okay.
She's a compelling leader, and she has a vision. And especially after the collapse of their society, people, I think, the Fallen wanted someone to follow.
Is the light gonna be enough?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think we've seen that we need some new tools to fight our enemies with. Maybe fight fire with fire.
Okay. And here's the thing, guys. I know a lot of people have been telling me that this particular enemy right here, this big guy right on the left, is a harpy. But like that has to be a whole new enemy type altogether. I mean, again, if somebody knows where we have seen this big harpy, let me know in the comment section and I will look it up, because I hate being wrong for you guys. I want my information to be accurate. But I've never seen us encounter an enemy type like that. I mean, it does look familiar-ish, but I've never seen a harpy or even, I mean, that almost looks like a Cyclops taken apart. Like, you know how, if you guys have seen Cyclops have like the big bases, the big bases, like the cone bases, it almost looks like a Cyclops has basically just deconstructed that base into walking legs. That's basically what it looks like to me. It doesn't look like a harpy, like a larger harpy. It literally just looks like a Cyclops that has replaced its cone shape with legs. That's literally what it looks like, and that's terrifying to me, because I hate Cyclopses.
Or ice with ice.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Stasis is, not just a set of new supers, but it's a new damage type.
Obviously. Whoa. Okay, I kind of like how that looks on the menu screen. I want to go back at that and look at that again. I want to look at that again. That actually looked really, really sick. That looked clean. That looks clean.
But it's a new damage type.
Okay, so yeah, we got the new menu. Obviously, the power level up to 1268 now. It looks like, if you guys look at the bottom left, that looks like to be our new artifact, which I guess I was wrong about it being one of the little prism things. I thought it would be one of the little prism things being our artifact, but it looks like, it almost looks like something that Eris Morn would give us, interestingly enough. Then we got the new armor, and I think actually 1268, that's pretty decent, but I'm pretty sure the power level goes up to 1300, I think, minimum. I don't know if maybe this is just where, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But yeah, so select darkness subclass. So you can actually switch between your 3 primary subclasses and your new darkness subclass pretty easily, which I think that's kind of cool.
We've got Solar, Void, Arc, and now we've got Stasis.
And so yeah, so this is the Revenant, the new Hunter. And let me just say, I do so much like this new type of organization type with the new customization screen. That was the one thing that I actually did like a little bit more from Destiny 1, is that you could customize the supers a little bit more intricately. Don't get me wrong, the combinations that they have for the subclasses now with in Destiny 2 are okay, but I think I do miss the idea to really be able to customize and personalize how you want your supers to behave. I think that's the one thing that I miss, and this actually is really, really cool. So I actually do enjoy this coming back a little bit. Plus with all the different abilities, the aspects, how much different customization you're gonna have. Man, I'm gonna love this. I just know it.
The idea for stasis all really came back from the gameplay idea.
Also, I want to apologize right away if my voice sounds a little bit off, you guys. I literally just woke up and saw that this video just came out. So I'm literally making this video with like 5 minutes of being awake. So I do apologize, my voice is a little bit off.
Of freezing someone.
That was kind of the theme that everyone kind of rallied behind.
Oh god, now that's kind of a little bit ridiculous. I know that's with the Warlock right there with their melee. So it kills the enemy, tracks to the other. That's actually kind of ridiculous.
Had some images that really kind of put us on the right path.
Oh, that looks, ooh. Okay, early concepts. All of it looks really decent early concepts. Really cool looking.
So when we say cosmic ice,
cool looking.
that's kind of where the
God, yeah, I even get myself sometimes.
Once he freezes solid,
Oof.
I'm able to hit him again and just shatter him in pieces.
Yeah.
The pieces break apart and explode.
Whoa, hold on, go back a second.
I'm able to
Is that the Crucible or is that regular? Okay, so it looks like this is just when they're in the strike scene. I was gonna say, because I saw the points, I'm like, wait a minute, why is it gathering points? I'm like, okay, yeah, like, you know, the higher up and the night falls and things like that. So, yeah.
The pieces break apart and explode.
Oh my god, that looks just so cool.
So all of that kind of came together when we landed on that theme.
Now that slam, I know that little slam that hunter just did. That. I believe that is going to be one of the aspects that we can unlock. I'm going to be very interested to see that when hunters can finally have a slam of their own. I'm going to be interested to see how much damage it does, how versatile it is, and most importantly, how damaging it is to Titans and Warlocks in the Crucible. Because let's be real, everybody hates the Titan subclass, you know, the Superman Titan subclass, when the fact they can slam multiple times now. I know everybody can see the seriousness in my voice, and I hate it. I hate the way they do that. So please, can we change it a little bit? Thank you. You know, subclass, you know, can we have some subclass balancing? You know what I mean? I know everybody's like, oh, you know, they have the different balancing, but let's be real. Back in Destiny 1, Titans were okay, Warlocks were pretty good, and Hunters were pretty good. But now it's like Titans are super OP, you know, they get way too much health. Warlocks, they just have way too long. It's like, when did Hunters, in my opinion, when did Hunters suddenly become like the worst subclass all of a sudden? It's like all of our exotics that make us so freaking great are constantly being buffed. I mean, Shards of Galanor, for crying out loud, got buffed like 5 times. I mean, the only time I ever really can use it to its best performance is in Sudden Death in Gambit. And even I hate using Gambit. Anyway, back to the video, guys. I don't want to. But it's just, you know, it gets a little bit much.
Stasis is gonna not only change the way that you
okay, so I did see that. So it looks like the shurikens, when they ricochet, they actually ricochet off enemies as well, which that's a nice touch.
Really great ways that you can upgrade it.
Then you start getting into like the more interesting parts, things that we're calling aspects and fragments, which
yeah,
are additional
right.
ways to modify your subclass.
Okay, so which one were they looking at there? I think they were looking at the shade blocker. Okay, yeah, we saw some of these.
Aspects are fragments,
but
which are additional ways
just want to take a. Okay, so let's see if we can go back and take a look. Okay, son of a gun. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to. Oh God. Sorry, guys. Trying to get it in the right time here.
Then you start getting
to where we can actually see if they're. I think they're the same ones that they might have featured earlier, but okay. So yeah, here we go. So Ice Flare Bolts, which is shattering a frozen target grants a small amount of grenade energy and spawns seekers that track and freeze other nearby targets, and that takes 3 fragment slots. That's a pretty powerful one, but unless you can get more of them, I guess Shadebinder's pretty stuck. And then the Frost Pulse, obviously, this one I've seen before. Casting your Rift generates a shockwave that freezes nearby combatants. So that could be either really. The thing is, it says creates a shockwave. So I'm guessing that if you step in, if you're in the Crucible, if an enemy guardian steps into it after you cast it, they won't be froze. So that's kind of good in more I can see that being more good in PvP concepts than PvE. The other one where it gets you the grenade entry and the secret things, that could be good in both, really.
Aspects are
Yeah, that is pretty cool to see. That's awesome.
Class agnostic, but depending on what your class is and depending on what your aspects are and how you want to play, you're probably going to be starting to select different ones in there. This is just the beginning for Stasis. We're going to continue to expand on it. We're just excited for players to get their hands on this.
Yeah, this just looks so interesting with how, again, this customization was what I missed in Destiny 2 from Destiny 1. This kind of customization and things like that. And yes, I know that they say that, oh, you're gonna have to kind of look out and search for this. I'm more than willing to go out and find all the different aspects, all the different fragments that I can use to customize my character to its fullest potential, because this looks sick. This looks absolutely amazing.
Like Stasis, we do what we call a source jam. Everyone on the team blocks out about a week where we can say, okay, you're going to go out into the world, microphone, recorder, record anything that reminds you of cosmic ice. That gives us a palette that we can build the eventual sounds out of.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
The best way to do it was at night. But doing screams, screeches, and blood-curdling yells is a little scary at night. Then I had a really rumbly stomach, and that also was recorded. There was also a breast pump. You have to make use of what you get.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, that's kind of cool to see.
And beyond light, we have new exotic weapons for you.
Right, of course. Right. The new sword, everything. Yeah.
Instead of just being the gun that refills your magazine when you land precision hits, you actually get a little time portal, and it starts spitting out rounds alongside you.
Which it will be interesting to see.
So you can be your own little mini firing squad.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how. Oh yeah, with the arc soul, that's exactly what I was saying. Oh my god.
It uses up your sword's energy to give yourself a new combo that ends up in a big spinning slash.
Which that is sick.
The largest selling point for a lot of people is that it slices right through barrier champions.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the
draw for most people is actually going to be the fact that it is a chainsaw sword.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And that too, yeah. Chainsaw sword and the fact it can slice through barrier champion shields. Those are the big two selling points for me.
Create exotic armor pieces that formed a key part of your build around which all the other parts of your build could revolve. For example, the Titan gets the Icefall Mantle, which is a set of exotic arms that looks like it is crafted from Golden Age tech.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that.
You sort of slam your arms down.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Energy, and then you cover yourself in an overshield.
Mm-hmm. That does look really cool.
Necrotic grip.
Right.
If you a wave of thralls running at you, you can nail them with your melee attack, and it starts to burst and sort of.
Wait. I'm gonna go back for a second because I just noticed that.
If you are facing a wave of thralls running at you.
The disregard. Okay. Now, I want you guys to take a look at this for a second. What does this room remind you of? Because to me, I know it says right there, oh, the disgrace, defeat Novata. But you know what this instantly reminds me of? Not what they're showing here. Now this could just be, someplace down in the Deep Stone Crypt or some kind of strike or something like that. But in my opinion, the last time that I saw, what comes to my mind when I see this, a herd of thrall rushing at me, and these two particular structures right here, this room kind of reminds me of the Omnigul strike from Destiny 1. Take a second, remember it, and you guys will think I'm right. Usually there's more knights, and then there's Omnigul herself, but she goes up this ramp, where you'll see two more knights, or maybe an ogre, and then you go into the room. Now I got you, right? If this is it, now they could just be, again, the whole disgrace thing, defeat Novita. It could literally just be them tricking us into thinking that this is something completely new. I don't know. I mean, they did say that we are getting the Cosmodrome back, and that strike was on the Cosmodrome. Sorry, guys. My knuckle is killing me. But they did say we're getting Sepix. We might be getting Omnigul as another strike. They did say Cosmodrome's coming back. They never said which strikes we may or may not be getting. And it'll also be interesting to see how much much we can interact in the Cosmodrome. Is it just going to be something for really more for newer players to experience, or is it something that would be just as equally appreciative as an experience for us? You know, how are they going to integrate the Cosmodrome to come back? I mean, I know they said 3 strikes are going to be available. What else is going to be available? What else can we do that's going to make the Cosmodrome really have that nostalgia factor and be worth coming back? Because if they're just going to be like, oh, we're just going to, you know, open up the Cosmodrome again, you know, for new players to experience. Because I know they said that a new NPC or whatever is going to be in there. But I want the Cosmodrome to be back, so it's something unique for, you know, veteran players as well. Because, you know, Sepix was one of my favorite strikes, especially from the beta. It was one of my favorite strikes, and I think, you know, bringing that back and seeing how it's going to look in Destiny 2's eyes, that's going to be amazing.
You can nail them with your melee attack, and it starts to burst and sort of cascade through the whole.
Oh god, that's terrifying. Yeah. Okay, right. Okay, I'm not even kidding.
Burst and sort of cascade
Hold on.
through the whole group.
Wait for it. Right there. Again, seriously, same kind of structure that they're... If this is not them just trying to hide the fact that the Omnigul raid is back, or to some extent it's going to be back, or not Omnigul raid, Omnigul strike, to some extent is going to be back. Like, I'm sorry, tell me this is not like copy and paste, but they're just literally just trying to hide it or something. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I think this is a sign that the Omnigul strike is coming back. And literally they're talking about Cosmodrome right now.
Newcomers coming in too. If you've got a friend who hasn't tried it out, it's a really great time to jump in on New Light, that entry experience for free players.
Taskmaster.
We brought back a small portion of the Cosmodrome. This year, we're bringing back a much larger portion of the destination.
Oh my god. I want to see that again.
Last year, when New Light launched, we brought back a small portion of the Cosmodrome. This year, we're bringing back
Okay, so yeah, so they got the Mothlands, the Forgotten Shore, the Steppes, and they even got like the Lost Chest and everything like that, and the Skywatch, the Terrestrial Compact. Okay, so they haven't brought back everything. Obviously, it's not a full complete, but at least it's something. It's something. Oh, this is nostalgia.
Started with original Destiny 1, but puts
Yeah.
them and stitches them together in a different way and adds new things and tells a different story.
What you're gonna meet
Okay.
in this new opening experience is a character with not one but 2 names from Fast and the Furious, Shah Han.
Thankfully, I didn't think we had other Guardians on patrol here.
What I
Okay.
love about Cosmodrome is it feels like Destiny distilled.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Oh yeah, the silver tree that's been growing. Okay.
Other forces are taking advantage of the darkness to make their move forward,
Okay.
including Xivu Arath, a sister of Oryx.
Oh.
She's taking this opportunity to build up an army, and we're working
Right.
with Osiris to try to stop her.
Okay.
Cyrus goes out, stumbles across these hive growths that are driving combatants crazy.
Oh shit.
Osiris is in trouble, and of course, you're his only hope.
Okay. What in the... Wait, who are... Aldrin!
We warned you it was going to be dangerous down here. Impossible.
No. Okay. Aldrin confirmed. Holy shit. Okay. So that's... No. Okay, so you're telling me... You say we're starting off the season like this. We're starting off where we left off with Osiris coming down to where this looks like the area where you battle the nightmare of Skolas, and he just shows up with, oh my god, no, that wasn't, okay, then that character from the beginning, that wasn't Drifter who was talking it wasn't Drifter talking to Spider, that might have been Aldrin. Oh my god. And he won't, and the thing, and the shit part is, he's technically a guardian, he won't know his memories of what he did. He doesn't know his memories, because as a guardian you lose them. That's the big, like, that's what everybody's like, oh, if he comes back he's not gonna remember what he did or who he was. I will say that is a badass sword though. That is pretty, I think I've seen that sword, but it's pretty. Oh wait, he's wearing Spider's logo, so does he work for Spider or something? I mean, I don't, if he's working, there's no way I think Aldrin would have Spider work for him, or Spider would let Aldrin work for him. I mean, obviously if he doesn't remember his memories, that's one thing, but oh my god.
We warned you it was going to be dangerous down here.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, the cutscene.
Up to what we saw at the end of Forsaken.
Yeah.
Where we saw Aldrin being brought back to life by a ghost.
Yep.
Aldrin, who now refers to himself as Crow, he doesn't know what he did.
Yeah, of course he doesn't.
He was wiped clean when he was resurrected as a guardian.
Yeah.
We know what he's done, and we know what he could be capable of doing. So now
So
we
his-
spend some time watching him.
So Crow is his new name. That's interesting.
Go back and forth, and that's going to question how we look at him, how we look at ourselves, how we look at the light, how we look at darkness.
In Season of the Hunt, we're partnering with the Crow and Osiris to take down the High Celebrant.
Okay.
It's creating these cryptoliths around the system, and those cryptoliths are attracting Alexian Cabal and corrupting them.
Okay. Interesting.
Actually corrupting herself an army, and it's our job to put a stop to it.
I'm really excited to see Xivu Arath fleshed out more, and to find out more about her relationship with Savathun and what that means for year 4 of Destiny.
Hmm. Okay, that makes sense.
Placing dominoes.
So,
At the end of year
okay, here's the weird thing about that. Are they, okay, here's the thing.
And so this year,
They said Beyond Light is talking about Europa, but they're saying this next season is talking about this other storyline thing on, like, with the Crow and, like, if this is all gonna be in the same thing, that's freaking massive. Or are they talking about, like, the next season after this? Or are they saying that, like, the Stasis one's gonna come later on with Beyond Light? I don't know. I don't know, guys. This is,
pieces in place.
yeah. This is crazy. How much is going to be in this just one new season?
Destiny is just a really incredible world,
Yeah.
and there are so many stories for us to tell.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot to look forward to beyond Light, then the Witch Queen, and then Lightfall, and
Yeah.
all the seasonal content between. We feel like we have a really great way to bring people together. Working through COVID and working through some of the other turmoil in the world right now has been really challenging.
I have to admit, I've been pleasantly surprised with how well we've been able
Yeah,
to get
I think a lot of us have been pleasantly surprised with how we've handled everything with all this going on. So, I think in a way, we all should be, you know,
The thing that excites me the most about
give ourselves a pat on the back,
how
you
much
know?
it's rooted in where we come from.
seeing villains revealed and finding out secrets that we've been hinting at for years.
Yeah.
When I look at the team that we're building and continuing to grow and hire, the new leaders that are coming up in Destiny, that gets me super excited.
Destiny's best days are ahead of us.
Yeah. You can say that again. Because this to me does not, like, this whole new thing does not seem like Destiny 2. Literally, it basically just Destiny 3 with all this happening. Oh my god. Well, there you have it, guys. That was the ViDoc. I think the biggest surprise from that whole thing was the fact that Aldrin is officially confirmed for Destiny Beyond Light. I wouldn't have been surprised if we would have waited to see him in year 5 with with the Witch Queen. The fact that we're getting him, so I'm now really I'm feeling so many emotions. I'm so excited for the season. At the same time, I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be so weird. And again, with all the stuff, they got the Cosmodrome coming back. They got apparently this saying that, oh, we're starting off with back where we left off in season 11, but then we have Europa. It's like, how are they going to start the story? How are they going to integrate, finish it? Like, this is so much to where I'm basically going to have so much I know for a fact I'm going to have so much Destiny content for you guys that I don't know how I'm going to have time to do it all, but I'll find a way. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Again, if you guys enjoyed, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Turn the post notifications on so you guys know when a new video is live. And if you've made it to this point in the video, please already leave that comment hashtag to the end, and I will make sure that you guys get a shout out after the first 24 hours this video is live, so that way I get a chance for everybody to get it. Thank you guys so much. This has been Man the Authority, and I will see you guys next time when I'm on your screens and in your faces.